I think we should go live at like 4 in the morning. True. I care. It hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings. What works? On 7 days? Oh. That's stupid. Because it's a, yeah. Alright, I'm out of here. What? What do you mean? It's 4 in the morning. What? Oh. I gotta work at like 4 p.m. and I want to get as much sleep as I can. Yeah, and alright. Thing is though, I got stuff to do tomorrow as well, Lou. My mom's selling her old treadmill to someone, and they might have me held. I swear. I swear. I swear. I promise. Who pulls that out of their ass? What? Is he up?
Shush. Shush, Thomas.
He ain't wrong.
No, he's wrong. 100%.
Nah, bro, you should definitely go to sleep.
100% wrong. I don't know what I need to go to for this stuff.
What?
Is this the camp? Like, hey, there's campaign.
Are you gonna play the campaign?
You getting ready for
You
work?
were.
Yeah. That was the whole reason I jumped on.
Oh.
I guess I gotta fucking reload into it. What the fuck?
Well, let me know if the campaign's good or not.
Why? It's not like you're gonna buy the game.
Well, if it's a good campaign, I might. Only if it's good.
Oh my god, update requires restart. Bro, I've already restarted.
Not good enough.
The absolute fuck is up with this game, bro. I mean, you're not gonna pay $60, $70 for this game.
Hey, there's a sale. Well, when there is a sale. Anything's worth the price on a sale.
Like, I'm doing it on recruit. I'm doing it on the easiest level.
Bruh.
Mr. Gorbachev,
That's it.
this gate.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that
Entire
wall.
class of U.S. Soviet nuclear missiles is eliminated.
Me
Bro, we gotta be a baller and do the hardest difficulty.
Has begun.
No.
We will stay the
Don't be a
course,
puss.
and we will succeed.
Bro, I've been drinking this entire fucking night. No.
Okay. Alright, good night, Iraq.
And there can be no doubt. Operation Desert
Thomas,
Storm
it is
is
not.
working.
It's never past my bedtime, bro. I mean, it's definitely past his bedtime. Never past my bedtime. My bedtime changes all the damn time. You see how my fucking YouTube got fucking copyright striked and taken down? And then I went after it and appealed it, and they overturned it like they should, because we were using like YouTube videos, bro. Like that's fair use. We can use those videos and comment on them. Like that's the whole point. Like what? All right, this campaign might be taking too long to load. Oh, Thomas, you know how we took the gyrocopter and like flew around to like open up parts of the map? I don't know why I didn't think of this during that time. Why do we with the gyrocopter? We're still in creative mode, bro. We can float above the ground. Like we can fly ourselves. So I did that earlier today. Hell, I did that during a fucking was it 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago? It was one of those. It was a horde night. And I was the only one on. So I was like, all right, fuck that. I'm using creative mode. I'm just gonna float in the air. Bro, they literally came up like they ran to where I was. Not the base, nothing like that. Like they ran to where I was. I had motherfuckers spawn in the base and go up the stairs and like jump over the walls and shit to get to me, essentially. It's funny, like I would let them pile up because they're trying to climb over each other to get height to get to me above them, and I just look straight down and just fucking lit them up with my M60. It was kind of fun, to be honest. I was gonna say next horde night, if we can get 4 of us, fucking just all do that. Post on each corner outside of the base, floating in midair, just taking motherfuckers out. I did go around the whole base, outside of the water, and put down those steel spikes though. Because I really don't want them getting in the water. I don't want them fucking, like, trying to break down, like, the walls underneath and shit. Be different if I had the whole entire base. Like, if we dug out the entire basement.
Are you denying that?
We have discussed
And build it up like
Enough!
4 stone blocks, like high
You
to the
disobeyed
flat
a direct
level.
order, Mr.
Be
Marshall,
one thing,
when it was
but
clear your op was compromised.
all I
All
gotta
due
do is get
respect,
through
sir,
one.
You weren't there. And the group that compromised you, the
and then get to
Pantheon.
dirt and be able to
Sure that's
dig
who they were?
inside. And I mean, they're
That's
gonna
what
have to
Lowry
come
called
through
them.
another steel point, but
When are you gonna tell us
they
what's
look
really
for any
going on?
weakness.
I'm asking the questions, Mr. Woods.
Sir,
That's
if
me
you
in
read
the wheelchair.
report, you
I
can-
read your report, Ms. Harrow. Some of it I still find hard to believe. That's why we're going to go over events again. Only this time, I want to hear it from Marshall. From the beginning.
Yeah, I'm definitely the dude in the wheelchair
We were in
smoking the
position near
cigarette.
the Iraq-Kuwait border. Small team. Me, Harrow, and Case.
That's a really small team. Why are you sending out only 3 motherfuckers, bro? Like what?
Lowry is ahead of schedule.
Whether he's meeting won't wait around for long.
No, not if it's a smuggler. I'm sure Lowry is paid top dollar to get himself out of the Middle East.
Guess it doesn't really matter. He's coming with us. Outlaw 42, we've got our eyes on the convoy. Painting the target, over.
Roger, ground. Target confirmed. Waiting on your go. Over.
Do it.
Outlaw 42, you're clear to engage. Out.
Let's go get him.
Copy, ground. Engaging it out. Here comes the traffic jam.
That shit crazy.
We'll be in the middle of the convoy. And remember, Livingston wants Lowry alive.
Noted. Para, straight to the exfil point.
Yes, do not concern it.
5 minutes.
Lowry is a minister of defense and close to his own. His guys will be well trained and heavily armed.
Movement, truck door.
Got it. There's that shooting I remember. More to come. Keep pushing into the smoke.
Another one.
They'll know we're here soon. Be ready.
What's ahead? Let's do it.
Lowry's in a black truck. Clear the road. Let's find him fast.
Keep pushing up, Kate.
I got eyes on Lowry's truck. Middle of the road. Okay, take the door. Lowry!
Fuck off me, bitch.
I got it. Stay calm. We're not here.
motherfucker.
CIA? We had a deal.
A deal? Not with us. Where you headed?
Colorado, you lied. Your man was getting
Hey,
out.
man.
Who exactly is that us?
No, not Iraqi either.
Pantheon.
Pantheon.
We need to leave. You won't stand a chance against them.
They haven't spotted us. Let's keep it that way. Come on.
Let me get this straight, Mr. Marshall. The group you claim to be the Pantheon was a multinational, heavily armed paramilitary force that showed up out of the blue. At this point, you're told to wait for backup, but you decide to play cowboy instead.
We had to act fast. Our window
Ms.
was
Harrow,
closing.
did he or did he not disobey your order?
Yes, sir, but the accelerated timetable
That's
made
what I thought. I've come to expect this from you, but not from you.
Sir, our objective was to recover Alawi by any means necessary.
Oh, I'm
and that...
aware. So, care to explain why he's on a slab in the morgue right now?
Things got complicated. Who are these people?
The Pantheon is composed of former European and US operatives. I don't know who leads them.
They're blocking our exfil. We call in reinforcements and wait.
Wait. The hell with that. Barrage, come in. We're headed your way.
No, we're compromised. Alawi will slow us down.
Lara, you going with us to the Pantheon?
I'm going with you.
Damn it, Troy.
Smart man. Case, let's start by softening them up.
Okay. Sweet. Awesome.
Let's get to work, Case.
Let's punch through it. These Pantheon forces fight. Keep pushing to the RP.
Don't let up. Look out, crap! Rally point through that canyon.
You could be leading us into an ambush.
It's the only way out.
Barrage, we're getting close. Barrage, come in.
Are you sure he'll be there?
You just worry about not slowing us down. We're open
Are we
targets
going up?
down here.
Why we
They'll
going
pick
up?
us apart.
Motherfucker, there was a Jeep, like a truck right there.
Contact. Pantheon is high ground. Keep going. We're almost to the RP, Case. Keep pushing. Grenade! point to the west. Go. Why the hell did these guys want you so bad, Alawi?
Get me out of here, and I will tell you everything I know.
Damn right you will.
Or I'll kill you myself.
But you meet us at the bottom.
Of the cliff?
See, we're good.
Everyone all right?
Is this your... No, 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 no! Stand down!
Wait till Woods gets a load of this. Goddamn Russell Adler, CIA traitor. You been on the run, what, 10 months?
Marshall. Woods' new project. You can ease up, son. I'm all done here. Jane.
You just killed a high-value target in cold blood and put our national security at risk.
Alawi can't fall into the Pantheon's hands. Or Langley's. The CIA is compromised. But it's not me. I'm just the fall guy.
You expect us to believe that? Hey, Jane, you want to tape his mouth shut for me?
Yes.
Wait. I got a message for Woods.
Oh, yeah?
Tell him Bishop takes Rook.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
Time to go.
In the truck!
Case, you got the launcher? We'll shoot him down. There, on our six.
You can't outrun this!
Take him out!
Swat that bird out of the sky, Case!
What the hell are you waiting for?
We need to hit him with a rocket. Take the shot, Case.
Everybody good?
We're solid.
For now.
Come on, Case, I need you. Bullseye! Wait, look out!
Oh, shit!
That's how you drive.
No visible threats in the airspace. We're clear. Now to face the music on Alawi.
Good luck with that.
Anything else to add?
Sir, despite breach of conduct and losing Alawi, apprehending Russell Adler is a categorical windfall.
Yes, Ms. Harrow. Bringing in a rogue operative is certainly a win. Russell Adler, the mole who betrayed us in Panama. The man responsible for your current condition, Mr. Woods. So why was he trying to tell you something in Kuwait? Bishop takes Rook. Any idea what that means?
No clue.
Okay, then. Based on Harrow's reluctant report and the withholding of critical information regarding Russell Adler, your team is suspended.
Are you for real? This is bullshit.
As for you, Ms. Harrow, consider yourself on very, very thin ice.
People like me and Adler are the reason we ain't speaking Russian right now.
The Cold War is over, Mr. Woods. That makes you and Russell Adler the last global gunslingers of a bygone era. Take this time to reflect on that. Dismissed. All of you.
My office in 5.
I'd advise you not to pursue this further, Marshal.
Are you admiring your own work?
Can't believe you kept him.
Not all reminders need to be scars.
Why are we here, Harrow?
Because you know something? Care to tell me what it is you're up to?
Me and the kids just need some
All
time
right,
away.
what year is this?
You know,
Setting.
take a little trip.
That computer is way outdated. That's all I'm saying.
I can cover your asses on my end best I can. But if things go sideways again...
That computer is like 1980s, bro.
Copy that.
Oh, you want?
One? Yeah. Try a dozen. Do me a favor, Troy. Don't get yourself killed.
I'll see what I can do.
What year is this set in? I mean, I guess that could have been 90s, right? Maybe?
Bishop takes Rook. Of course, Woods knew what it meant. Adler was pointing us somewhere. The Black Sea. According to Woods, 15 years ago, he and Adler discovered an abandoned KGB safe house in Bulgaria. It was called the Rook. Last year, before Adler disappeared, he'd been chasing rumors of a dangerous paramilitary group, one receiving orders from inside the CIA. He believed the Pantheon was developing a new type of weapon, with plans to unleash something the world had never seen before. And wouldn't you know it, soon evidence surfaced incriminating Adler himself, and he fled to this place. What we found here over the last couple days has changed everything. Now I'm questioning what I believed about Adler, about Livingston, about the CIA itself. I have my doubts about going dark on Jane. Woods might be right about her value on the inside, but she'll be in the crosshairs if Langley learns what we're up to. Adler brought us here for a reason, to stop the Pantheon before they strike. To do that, Woods believes we'll need him back. That won't be easy. But Adler left a name to follow. It's a good place to start.
Interesting. Bro, I haven't done a Call of Duty like campaign in so long.
No more wasting time. You know the plan. Savati Dumas, the person you're gonna meet. Still no idea why Adler was in contact with her, but a lead's a lead.
We can't trust her. I doubt if Adler did. Hell, for all we know, she's part of this fucking Pantheon thing.
Who can we trust? Dumas agreed to meet Case in Avalon, so we're doing this.
Well, well, well. Look at you putting your big boy pants on. Shouldn't we find Adler before making this call?
Well, that's exactly why I'm going to Munich to wine and dine your old friend.
Friend? Hardly. I can't stand the son of a bitch. But we need him. Sometimes you just gotta hold your nose.
If he's as good as you say he is, by the time Case gets back, we'll have located Adler.
If Livingston hasn't already stuffed him in a barrel.
Our details are up on the board, Case. I'm headed out, so hit me up soon if you need anything.
I've got a few ideas on how we can polish this turd of a safe house case. Let's talk when you have a minute. All right. What kind of life savings you got? Attaboy. Carpe fucking diem. Well, guess what? If we're really doing this, we've got to get financially creative. This place might have been fine for Adler, but for a team, I'm thinking overhaul, an armory, place to train, gear bench, not to mention anything else we might end up needing. There's that won't be free, though. We were following an old KGB trail and a single recording led us here. Seemed abandoned. When we asked our mole inside the KGB about it, he knew nothing. Belikov thought maybe it was some kind of splinter group, not sanctioned by the Central Committee. Whatever it was, it doesn't look like a red stepped foot in here since 1968. The board behind me is how we'll track our spending. Give it a look. Adler didn't leave much intel on Savati Dumas, but I can tell you a thing or two about Avalon. It's a playground for the
God, this is a lot of
the crime factions run the whole city. Everyone's looking
like,
for
I love
it,
it,
off the slide.
but
when they pick a target,
this is
they
in
hire
depth,
someone like
man.
Savati. She used to be part of the guild. one of the most powerful Avalon factions. But now she freelances. Savati said that Adler hired her to follow a Pantheon trail. So you're gonna join her on that
So
job
they're
tonight.
developing this
We
game
want to see firsthand where that trail leads. Maybe we'll even add
mainly
some muscle
this
to the
way,
team. You'll scratch her back, but sure as hell watch your
right?
own. Trust.
I mean,
It's gonna be
realistically, this is where they're taking all the. This is all the development, right? Multiplayer, there's no development. I mean, other than the maps, but the maps are typically portions of the campaign areas, right? I mean, more often than not, like that's how it's always been, at least campaign wise. I don't know. All right, what up, y'all? See, I don't know. I don't know if I can get these videos to fucking load. I mean, I might have to fucking...
YouTube, what's going on today, man? Listen, good morning, happy Sunday.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know if I can even get this shit to load, to be honest.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Doggies. Can you go lay down?
Okay, you ready? All right, 118.
But 2020 was like an incredibly prolific period for me.
Why?
2020 was like an incredibly prolific period for me.
Why is it? What the hell, bro? I mean, maybe I have too many fucking Google Chrome open. I might, because I do have a lot. Because I watch a lot of other fucking shit on Google.
2020 was like an incredibly prolific period. 2020 was like an incredibly prolific period for me.
Why? Bro, I don't have shit open now.
You know, I'd wake up out of bed and I was doing deals, and it was like I had the world in the palm of my hand. It felt like I was, you know, moving markets every time I communicated publicly. That was incredibly dizzying, and it had the exact opposite effect on me that it should have. What it should have done, I should have taken a step back and say, hold on, this has nothing to do with me. What is this moment? And the moment would have been, we're at the tail end of zero rates. We had trillions of dollars that the government had basically given to individuals.
All right. I do want to do a Tucker Carlson. I mean, we could do Joe Rogan too. But that's not the Tucker I want to do. That is his newest one. This is the one that I want to do. I haven't. I really haven't watched much of this at all.
With Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities for more customization, more time, and more growth. Speed up your website copy with an AI text generator that delivers a consistent brand voice to every corner of your site. Unlimited unique visuals enhance every piece of content you create.
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for having us to Gracie Mansion.
Thank you. Historical place,
And you live here.
Yes, upstairs there's a residency, but I get back to Brooklyn from time to time, my place of love.
I kind of like this. I read through the indictment today on the way here. I read it the day it came out. I have no reason to suck up to you. I thought it was ridiculous. It was flimsier even than I remember. You were indicted for accepting upgraded flights, and for allowing the Turkish president to occupy his own building in Manhattan. The whole thing's crazy, actually, if you read it. What was your reaction when you found out you were being indicted?
Well, I know how I live my life. Former police officer. The one rule my staff will always tell you, he says all the time, follow rules, follow law. And so when I heard of this investigation, I was like, what? What could I have done that will cause what I was seeing? And then when I read it, I was like, where the bags of cash?
Well, that's what I thought.
Where were these, this secret stash somewhere? And what many people did not read, they saw the presentation that was given, and it was, you walk away with saying, oh my God, what did this guy do? But when you read it and you saw that I didn't open the consulate, I asked the FDNY, can you look into the inspection to get the inspection done? And so it's,
So just to be clear for people who haven't read the indictment, you are accused of being bribed by the Turkish government to allow the Turkish president or prime minister, pardon my not remembering,
to allow the Consul General,
my apologies,
to get an inspection to determine if they could pass a fire inspection. And if they couldn't do it, you see in the indictment, I clearly stated to manage the expectation if it couldn't be done.
So you get a call from the Turkish government and they say Turkish officials want to occupy their own consulate, which is being built in New York, hasn't received a fire inspection yet. You call FDNY and say, hey, can you do, the government wants to occupy their own building. I'm the mayor, is another country, they want to occupy their own building. Can you go ahead and do the fire inspection? There's no evidence that the building was a fire trap or out of compliance with any fire regulation. Is this correct?
Exactly.
Right. So it's a weird thing to be indicted for.
No, and not only weird to be indicted for. When you look at
what the fuck is YouTube doing, bro?
Being a former law enforcement person, pushing public safety, living your life a certain way. It was painful. It was extremely painful to go through this. Millions of dollars in legal bills.
I'm using it on fair use. I'm commenting over
not being able to respond. The hardest part about this for me, anyone that's followed my career, they know I'm a straight fighter, and this is the first time in my life that you have to sit here and be punched on, and you have to allow your attorney to fight the fight. I know how to fight, and I like to fight to defend myself, and not being able to do that is hard as hell.
Well, the weird thing is, from the Washington perspective, where I'm from, is that you're under indictment for allowing foreign governments, Turkey, not North Korea, by the way, or Iran, but like a member of NATO, allowing them to upgrade your flights. Pretty much every member of Congress takes, almost every single 535 House and Senate takes flights to other countries hosted by foreign governments and are given, in effect, tens of thousands of dollars of goods and services by those governments every single time. Upgrades, police protection, motorcades. No one's ever been indicted for that. That's less than what you did. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am, and I believe that I have a great attorney.
Nobody should be indicted.
I cannot tell you how, there's a desire, again, of just want to push.
All right, if you're a politician and you're flying to another country, right? that country invites you to their country, and you're flying there to meet with said dignitaries, right? If they want to upgrade you to first class, if they want to pay for a motorcade, how is that an indictable offense? Like, what? Like, I get it. I mean, that could be looked at as taking bribes. But when every dignitary that we have, Senate, legislature, House of Representatives, everybody, right? If they're going overseas, they get the same treatment. Why are they not getting indicted? But he is. Like, I don't. And who is he getting indicted by? Right? Like, keep in mind, this is a quote unquote representative that is a Democrat. He's the mayor of the mayor of New York that represents the Democrat Party, but yet who was in charge of the DOJ and all the indictments and all that, right? Democrat Party for the last 4 years. Why are they going after their own people? Unless they don't trust that they're going to fall in line, which if we dive deeper into a lot of this convo, you'll hear a lot of rhetoric from him that does sound similar to him aligning with Trump. Now, I'm not saying he's 100% aligned with Trump, but with the two-party system, we have to work together. Republicans, Democrats, whatever you are, we have to work together. We're not going to solve all problems being one party against the other party. That's never going to work. That will never work. I mean, it hasn't for the last, 16, 18, 20 years. Legit, I think it kind of started under when Bush got in over Gore and torn Chads in Florida, blah, 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 right? Everybody thought Bush stole the election. It is what it is. I mean, that's a long ass time ago. I'm not diving into that, if that is legit or not legit, but I think that is the start. Realistically, I think that is kind of the start of when the parties really started to divide. And then of course after Bush, you had Obama, which I think that in essence strengthened the divide. And I'm not saying like racially. I think it was a lot of like the political views that Obama was pushing. I mean, for the most part, like I didn't have a lot of issues with Obama. There were a few, right? But I mean, top to bottom, like the healthcare issue, that was the biggest thing I had an issue with. And that's just, I'm not a big government fan. And that added to government, that brought more money into government, so we have to subsidize, we have to pay for it. And realistically, like I was in for a small part under Obama. I was in Obamacare, right? It was definitely not cheaper than what I was paying when I was with a company. When I was with a company subsidized insurance, dude, I was paying fourfold. So like each paycheck, so in a month, mind you, right? Because you have two pay periods if you're looking at a 2-week pay scale, right? I had 2 pay periods. I was paying about $150 a month. And when I went under Obamacare, I was paying over $400 a month for lesser care. So, like, when I say lesser care, I'm talking way less care. Like the $250 a month that I was paying with the company was like $50 copay type shit. So if I went on a doctor visit, it was $50 copay. If I had an X-ray, $50 copay. Under Obamacare, if I was to do that same shit, I went on a doctor visit under Obamacare, right? Where I already was paying like $400 a month. I paid $225 for my doctor visit. So how was that beneficial for the citizens? And maybe what I was making was too high, but I was in insurance and no, I definitely was not making good money at that time. I was essentially self-employed. I was a contractor. Like I don't get the people that are like, oh yeah, no, so much better. What? When you weren't not getting paid anything? So you weren't working and government was just subsidizing it? Like, I mean, I don't know. And if government is subsidizing it, well, they're not. That means all the taxpayers, everybody's that paying taxes, are the ones paying for your insurance. Similarly to everybody that has a Pell Grant or shit like that. Because I did watch a video on, it was Candace Owens and Justice last night. And Justice was talking about, oh, well, if your family doesn't make enough, man, just put in the FAFSA. Like, FAFSA is going to pay for your college. No, they don't, bro. And Justice, I'll call you that. I'll call you out on that because that's 100% wrong. And I hope y'all share this because, like, he was blatantly lying in that aspect. Just because you fill out FAFSA does not mean they're going to pay for your entire college, bro. I don't care how much your family makes or doesn't make. No, they don't. My dad was unemployed. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. I filled out FAFSA. It covered a third of my tuition. And that was when I was staying at home. I was going in-state. Granted, I'm a lot older than y'all. Than you and Candace Owens. Not a lot, but I'm older than y'all. I'm 7 years older. But I was still like, I still had, and now mind you, I went full time for what? Was it 2-3 years, and then I went part time for another 2 years, and then I ended up dropping out because I was going for business management, and it like at that point, like I realized, and so this is where I believe Candace is right in this aspect. Because if you don't know what you absolutely want to do, going to college is fucking stupid. Take a year or two off, work, and if at that point you actually realize, hey, well, no, I want to be an engineer. I want to blah, blah, blah. I want to be a doctor or whatever, right? if at that point you actually know what you want to do, by all means, then enter college. But if you're entering college without a fucking clue of what you want to do, I've seen so many people that have changed their majors 6-7 times in 4 years. And they end up getting a general studies degree. Which, great. But it gives them no avenue, realistically, to go to. And to that same point, you know, where Justice was talking about, you know, if you come out of college with a degree, you're gonna make so much more money. No, not always, bro. Because guess what a lot of companies look for? Experience. Doesn't matter that you have a college degree. If you have a college degree and have no experience, they're not hiring you. Like, plain and simple. A lot of it is life experience and just regular experience in general. So you'd be better off going to school part-time, get your associate, while working in the same field that you want to go into, and get your associate and go that route. Or, like Candace said, go to a trade. Because if you're going into a trade, welding, heating and air, plumbing, all that, right? You're getting paid while learning. And I hate where Justice is like, no, but if you get a degree, you're making more than anybody that... No, that's not true, bro. I know plenty of plumbers, 3-4 years in, making $100K plus, bro. You're going to tell me somebody that 4 years in college gets their degree, comes out, immediately making $100K? No. Sorry. You're wrong on that, Justice. So I get what you're talking about. Like, high-end degrees, obviously, lawyers, doctors, engineers. There are a lot of aspects and there are a lot of reasons for people to go to college, right? But they are the high tier jobs, mind you. Now, graduation rate on those high tier jobs, I wouldn't say is that high. I mean, look at graduation rate in general. I don't have specific numbers here, so I'm not gonna try and throw a number out there because I don't want to say something that is wrong. But graduation rates at college entrance to graduation, is it 50%? Right? Like, I don't know. And I could be wrong. Maybe it is. Maybe from, like, when I say entry to, right, I'm talking, so, class, let's say 2020, right? Class of 2020, all the entrants that came from high school to college, that enrolled into college, fit, like, is it 50% that have graduated with a degree? Or is it less? If it's less, now we got to look at why it's less, right? Also, to that same point, because, I mean, if they came in at 2020, right? We're assuming they graduated in 4 years. which I know that's not always the case, depending on the career and the job you're going into, right? So now at that point, let's look at graduation rate in those 4 years, right? And secondly, let's look at job offers and what they made coming out of college. Because I guarantee they're not making six figures from the start, depending on obviously what their degree is, right? But I would say more often than not, they're not. They might be in the 60 to 70K range on a high end. But I mean, I don't know. And you know, we talk about a lot of people talk about the tariffs and what that's gonna do for the U.S. costs of goods and everything, right? Will it spike? Yes, probably. It probably will spike. Like I'm not gonna lie about that. It probably will spike to an extent. Now, if and here's the issue, because obviously to build a car manufacturing facility, to build those things don't pop up overnight, right? They might take 2-3 years, if not longer, to develop. And that's somewhat of the issue with, you know, when we look at like presidencies and what they accomplished, because I mean, especially now, right? A president comes in, he puts in his, you know, executive orders. I mean, Biden still has the highest executive orders in one day, but they all sign their executive orders anymore, right? Day one, what they want to accomplish, what they want to do. This is their platform. This is what they want. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. In the tariff aspect, like I said, right? So how do companies get away with not paying the tariffs? Well, they build the cars here in the U.S., right? So they're paying U.S. workers to put together the cars that they're selling to the U.S. population. That is how they get around paying said 100% tariff, right? Now, obviously, yes. I mean, there are circumstances, TVs, so on and so forth, which might go up. Like the cost, instead of a $600 TV, it might be a $650 TV or $700 TV. Because China wants to recoup what they're spending via tariff. So yeah, I get that some costs go up, some costs get diminished. Now if we look back in the past, and I know it's not a 1-to-1 scale scenario, right? There's a lot of different aspects. Back in the past, we didn't used to have income tax. We didn't have property tax. We tariffed other countries. Our citizens didn't have to pay taxes. And that was at one of the points, the most prosperous time in the United States history. Right? And Trump is looking at that and wanting to get, or at least try to get to that, where we don't have to pay taxes. Where the other countries, because of the goods that they're sending us, are the ones paying the taxes for us, so we don't have to pay them. Now, I get that a lot of people look at that in a different aspect. Well, okay, instead of a $500 TV, we're paying a $600, so we're paying taxes differently. I get that, right? But the difference is, if you don't buy that TV, you're not paying taxes, right? It's your choice to buy the TV. It's your choice to buy the new car. Those are all your choices to do. You don't have to do them, right? So what he's saying is the money that you make from your job goes into your account. Now, what you choose to do with that money is your choice. So if you choose to buy a new TV, if you choose to buy a new car, well then, yeah, you might be spending a little bit more because of the tariffs. But that is your choice. If you don't choose to do that, then you can put that money into different realms. You can put that money into stock market. You can put that money into crypto. You can put that money into S&P 500. Like, there's a lot of different, right? Yeah, a Roth IRA, like IRA. Like, there's a lot of different avenues that if you're not wanting to buy that TV, you could take that $600-700 and put it into something that's going to benefit you. Instead of having that money sit in the IRS for a year until you do your tax return and maybe get some of it back. Right? So, I don't know. The way I look at it, I would rather have every cent that we make doing our job in our pockets, first and foremost. I would rather have the other countries that are importing goods to our country, even though we have similar products that are produced in our country. I would rather have us or them pay our taxes for importing their goods.
Back on this, the narrative that has been put out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone who reads the indictment will come away confused, and that's kind of why I was so anxious to talk to you. What was this? I mean, you're a Democrat, lifelong. You were mayor of the biggest city in the United States. It's an overwhelmingly Democrat city. You're one of the most important Democratic officials in the country. You were indicted by Joe Biden's Justice Department. What was that?
Well, and many people dismiss when we stated that we felt we were a target. They wanted to dismiss that. And then you heard the president state that his Justice Department was politicized. You heard the incoming president stating that it's politicized. Well, yeah. I think that there were those who were in that orbit that felt I was not a good Democrat because I watched my city, a city that I love, go through an onslaught of the migrant and immigration policy, a failed border policy. And after 10 trips to Washington, stating that this is a problem. It was costing us a great deal of money, $6.5 billion that went out of our tax dollars. I think that there were those who were just angry about it and thought I wasn't a good Democrat.
Because you complained about allowing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of illegals from foreign nationals who have no right to be here to come into your city and you have to pay for it, and you complained. and this indictment was punishment for complaining. Is that what you're saying?
That is clearly my belief, and based on several aspects of it, that I can't go into detail, but there are other aspects of it that shows me that, I was targeted because of that.
So if we could just walk through and leave out the parts you can't talk about, of course, but this happens at the beginning of the Biden administration, which is close to the beginning of your administration. All these foreign nationals start showing up in New York. They have no money, they have no jobs, they have no place to stay, and you have to deal with them. And the taxpayers here have to deal with them. So you go to Washington. What were those meetings like?
Sharing with them that this was a problem.
Who did you speak to?
I spoke with Julie Chavez, is one of the personnel, Perez, another personnel. I spoke with the president himself. I spoke with the president first, then the president came here to New York City. The governor and I sat down with the president, and I said, Mr. President, I'm not sure what they're telling you about this problem, but this is a terrible problem that's playing out on the ground, that we need to fix our border, and we need to just stop allowing people to come into the country with no destiny. We don't know what we're doing with them. And there was some that were coming here that were almost 6 months to a year, in some cases 2 years, without any work authorization. Like, what do you do with someone that cannot provide for themselves for that long period of time?
Well, what do you do?
We had to house them. We had to feed, clothe, house, educate 40,000 children, hold them into a shelter system, the complete package of what you would do for an adult that can't take care of themselves.
And so you tell the president and his aides this, and what do they say?
Basically, be a good Democrat, Eric.